In a quiet village nestled between rolling hills and lush green forests, there lived an old man named Samuel. Samuel was known throughout the village for his wisdom and kindness. He had weathered many storms in his long life and had a heart full of stories to share. One sunny afternoon, as the golden rays of the sun filtered through the leaves of ancient oak trees, Samuel sat on the front porch of his humble cottage, rocking gently in his weathered wooden chair. His grandson, Thomas, a curious boy with bright eyes, sat at his feet, eager to hear another tale from his grandfather. "Grandpa," Thomas asked, "why do you always seem so content and happy, even though you've faced so many challenges in your life?" Samuel smiled warmly at his grandson and replied, "Well, my boy, it's because I've learned the most important lesson of all, the importance of self-love." Thomas tilted his head, not quite understanding. "What do you mean, Grandpa? Isn't it selfish to love yourself too much?" Samuel chuckled softly and said, "No, Thomas, self-love is not about being selfish. It's about valuing and respecting yourself, just as you would a dear friend. You see, if you don't love and care for yourself, it becomes difficult to love and care for others. It's like trying to pour from an empty cup." As the gentle breeze rustled the leaves overhead, Samuel continued, "Imagine, my boy, that you are a precious garden. To thrive and bloom, you need to water yourself with kindness, nurture yourself with self-acceptance, and protect yourself from the weeds of self-doubt. When you do this, you become the best version of yourself, and only then can you truly share your love and kindness with others." Thomas pondered his grandfather's words and then asked, "But, Grandpa, how do I practice self-love?" Samuel patted his grandson's head affectionately and said, "It starts with small things, Thomas. It means forgiving yourself for your mistakes, treating your body with care by eating well and staying active, and taking time to do things that bring you joy. It's about setting boundaries and not letting others treat you poorly. And most importantly, it's about being kind to yourself in your thoughts and actions." The old man's voice grew softer, and he added, "Remember, my dear Thomas, you are a unique and precious soul. Love and cherish yourself, and you'll find that the love you give to yourself will naturally overflow to those around you." Thomas nodded, his young heart filled with the wisdom of his grandfather's words. From that day forward, he began to practice self-love in his own life, and as the years passed, he discovered the incredible power it held. Just like his beloved grandfather, Thomas found contentment and happiness, not only within himself but in the loving relationships he built with others in the village. And so, in that peaceful village, under the wise guidance of his grandfather, Thomas learned that the foundation of a life well lived was the love and kindness one extended to oneself. It was a lesson that he carried with him throughout his life, passing it down to the generations that followed, ensuring that the village remained a place of warmth, love, and wisdom.